We're just going to take a quick look at Wellington race 1 on Monday. Strong confidence betting opportunity here in the form of the number 3, Highness, 3.50, 1.60. Got this one clear cut top rated at 2.60, so good overs available about this potential win banker bet from the Bjorn Baker yard. If we go and take a look at this race, likely to be run at a moderate tempo over the 2400 metres, benchmark 66 for a 27k tag. Highness is very well bred. French import, had one start in France before coming to Australia by Galileo out of the pivotal mare Queen's Jewel. And if we take a look at Queen's Jewel, the dam of this one, she was very high class herself. She won her first 3 on end, including a 3-length win in a 3-year-old Group 1 race at Longchamp, where she took out the Pourmoy Coolmore St. Allery, Group 1 3-year-old fillies on turf. Won by 3 lengths, knocked off Wakila and Alorda back in third. 3 by 6 length margins back to third. High class, capable of getting a very good horse as a dam, Queen's Jewel. Highness itself had one start in France, won at Nantes in a pretty weak race, suggesting off its debut win that it's provincial class on the make as a minimum. That was over the 12 furlongs as well. Since coming to Australia, it's taken a bit of time to acclimatise. Had one other start over in France on the synthetic. This second to Oakfield Wallaby latest was very good over 2200 metres, where it tried to make all, or basically make all, third at the 800, first at the 400 on a soft front end. But the interesting thing out of this race is the form references are pretty strong to suggest that there's a lot more to come yet from Highness. If we just dig back into the form around those finishing further back, as you'll see, there was a good margin second to third. 1.35 Highness was beaten, 3.2 back to third, 5.5 back to fourth, and 8.2 back to fifth. The form out of this race stacks up. Oakfield Wallaby, you can put this in your black book, 2 from 5 winner by Dissident. Dissident's a good sire who gets good staying progeny. 1-2 starts prior breaking its maiden at Coffs Harbour over 1400. The horse that ran third in that race by Arlington, the half-brother to Savabeel, beaten 3.24, was only beaten 1.8 to start prior by Iron Pot, when 4th of 10 on a heavy track at Tamworth over 2100. Iron Pot's better on a heavy track than what it is on top of the ground. The 5th horse home, or the 4th horse home, beaten 5.57, was only beaten a length by Iron Pot the start prior. Iron Pot itself by Savabeel, which is a half to Arlington, which we mentioned just before, came off that win at Tamworth the start prior. Back on top of the ground on a good track, didn't fare as well, beaten 8.25. And the 6th horse home by Poet's Voice, Elegant Poetess, beaten 8.9 lengths, was only beaten 3.1 lengths the start before a Gunnedah for a 30k tag. So all the form coming out of the last start second for Highness suggests that it's well placed here. Lumps the same weight, which is no concern on a soft front end, likely to get a pretty soft trip on the front end. Should be winning here. As I say, clear cut top rated 2.60, 2.70, goes around 3.5. Just about qualifies as a win banker bet at this stage. We'll look at scratchings tomorrow morning to see what comes out of the race. Bred to be well above average by Galileo out of the good pivotal mare. Should be winning. Thanks. That is Wellington race 1 on Monday.